All right, greetings, my little terabytes. Welcome to 773 Oracle and Tarot. It's your girl, Chi-Town Ronnie. Y'all, did you miss me? I missed you. Y'all, I'm not gonna make excuses. I'm just gonna say today's a brand new day. We're gonna say that, okay? And she came. Do you see all of that cleansing Palo Santo smoke? Giving it to us. Okay, we're off to a good start. All right, y'all. Welcome to 773 Oracle and Tarot. Like I said, it's your girl, Chi-Town Ronnie, here to give the collective that is you, my little terabytes, you, my little babies, your emotional and spiritual forecast for this fine day of Tuesday, December the 30th, in the year of our Lord 2025. In another day, we ain't gonna be able to say that no more, you all. We made it through another year, babies. We made it through another year. 2025 was the year of the 9, and what we know about the number 9, what do we know about the number 9? It is intensity, it is completion, it is the ending, it is drawing, it's drawing to a closure. We cutting ties. It's the number of reflection, of drawing inwards. And then, you know what? I'm just gonna keep it right here. I'm only doing one today. I'm gonna do the collective, and that simply is because, listen, y'all, I do these. I pull for the for the elements, and then me working, I'm not able to post them, and like if I queue them up, something happens, and I'm just left with like content. I'm like, people should say you just post the content, but because to me it is time sensitive, it is what it is. Oh, and then for our spiritual downloads, we're bringing our girlfriend back, Miss Kelly T. Smith, with her Guiding Light Oracle. All right, but going back to the new year, 2026, that's going to be, first off, it's a fire horse year of the fire horse. It's a year that's 10, because 4 plus 6 is 10. What do we know about the numerological aspects of the number 10? We know that's the ending of a cycle, the beginning of a new one. It's a final outcome. It's, y'all, with Uranus, with Pluto in Aquarius, it is the hope that the bullshit that we saw in 2025, it is the hope that we don't see that shit again, and that we can do better things. So that is that. Yeah, that's where we're at. All right, y'all. So listen, the energy for today with the astrological forecast. Let me say this. Everybody wants to be in charge. Too many chefs in the kitchen, too many Indian chiefs in the tribe, all of that. Who's really in charge today? Because it might feel like everybody has an opinion, but nobody wants to be told what to do. And that's because Mercury in Sagittarius is squaring with Saturn in Pisces. Conversations can turn into power struggles. Advice feels like control. Authority is going to be authoritizing. It's going to feel very restrictive. And then suddenly, it's less about the issue and more about who's calling the shots. Well, who the fuck does he or she think, they are to tell me X, Y, and Z? This energy is going to be disrupting this day. Okay? It's going to be disrupting group settings, even casual exchanges. So before you dig in, before you dig your heels in, ask yourself, is being right worth attention? You could be right or you could be happy. What do you want to do? Sometimes, y'all, leadership looks like knowing when to step back. Yeah. Now let me tell you, yesterday I didn't post anything, but yesterday the moon was in Taurus, and that had a very grounding, a very comfort seeking energy. It was firm. We were firm in what we believed in. Taurus energy doesn't usually budge easily. once we decide something, that feels secure, we're going to protect that. That was yesterday because, like I said, the moon was in Taurus. Today is challenging that mindset. What felt solid yesterday may now feel very heavy or very restrictive. And this shift is from holding our ground. Questioning whether this fight is necessary at all, whether the juice is worth the squeeze. Let me explain this planetary alignment to you all. Mercury in Sagittarius. Sagittarius is very bold. Mercury is how do I want to say it? Mercury is that communication. Mercury is that communication planet. So you're gonna have some very slick, very loose, very big talk. People saying shit from their chest. It's gonna be honest, it's gonna be blunt. Now, Saturn in Pisces represents like the unseen dynamics, the unseen rules, emotional boundaries, and that quiet authority. And when they square, people are going to resist being corrected. They don't want to hear your bullshit. Conversations going to feel very tense. Conversations going to feel very misunderstood. Authority is going to get challenged, even subtly. Subtly, I should say. Even subtly. Real life translation. Not every disagreement needs a winner. So with that said, today, y'all, you're going to choose your wisdom over your ego. Let me show you what that looks like tarot-wise. Right here. The Emperor. Leadership. Authority. Structure. Power dynamics. All right? Check this out right here. Five of Wands. Egos clashing. Competition, unnecessary conflict. The message here, real authority doesn't need to argue for control. Real authority just moves with confidence. Okay? So, what are we saying here? Today's going to be the test of your inner authority. The universe is asking you today, are you leading from alignment? Or are you reacting off of ego and off of pride? Peace is power when you choose it consciously. Peace is power when you choose it consciously. And for that, we're ready for an affirmation. We're going to keep it real. We're going to keep it real cute. We're going to keep it real simple, y'all. Today we're going to affirm. We're going to affirm today, I choose clarity over control. I choose clarity over control. That's the best I can do for you. That's going to be the best that I can do for you. Okay? So wait a minute. Like I said, for our spiritual forecast, we're going to use the Guiding Light Oracle. Y'all saw my shuffle. I didn't need no pull. There's not going to be elementals, just the collective. Top card. Okay. Card number 36. 3 plus 6 is 9. I started this off with talking about the number 9. This card says, you are worthy. This card says, it is time to stop feeling unworthy. It's time to stop feeling unloved and undeserving. Right there. Collective. I don't know who needs to hear it, but the days of you trying to prove yourself, the days of sitting behind and watching everybody else get served and you know you're not getting what you deserve, those days are over. Because like I said, that number 9, we're coming to a completion. So if this card is you are worthy, so definitely we're talking inherent value. We're talking self-recognition. We're talking about worth that doesn't need proof or permission. Collective, where did you learn to believe you had to earn your worth? That constant questioning yourself, minimizing your value, tying your worth to effort, approval, or results. Y'all, worth isn't built. It's remembered. You all got to stop chasing validation and start standing solid on who the fuck you are. You all are deserving. You all have value. You have self-respect. You have inner worth. And I'm going to tell you something. This is going to be rough. I'm going to hold your hand as I say it. Low self-worth, that shit often comes from conditional love. There was always a condition to it. Y'all can't change the past, but you can definitely change your future. Your healing is going to restore your intrinsic value. I'm going to say that again. Your healing is going to restore your intrinsic value. Man, this one is hitting me hard today, babies. Your worth was never up for debate. It's a given. And that's why this affirmation is going to come so easy. And we're going to affirm, I'm worthy exactly as I am. I'm worthy exactly as I am. Kelly T. Smith, no, she made an oracle that's thought-provoking. That one was deep, y'all. Today, catch yourself seeking approval. And instead of chasing that, choose self-validation instead. Yeah. All right, y'all. I got to get to work. That's it. That's all. Yeah, who you are and what you got is good enough. Remember your assignment. Your assignment is alignment. And what do? When this world gets a little too hard and it feels like it's closing in, we're going to imagine what we want, and we're going to speak into the universe. Show me how good it can be. All right, y'all. I'll be back tomorrow. Y'all stay blessed. Bye.